Hey, it's Eric with Patch Foundry, and you just heard a demo of the Patch Dancing Queen from Patch Foundry for MainStage 3.7.1 or higher. It's part of the cover band pack volume 1, or you can buy it as a standalone patch, and there's a link in the description for where you can find both of those. Before we start, this amazing MainStage concert that you're listening to, it took 6 years to develop. It's super sturdy, super CPU efficient. It's free with every single purchase. There's a separate video I've linked in the description about exactly what it can do. Second, this patch is not designed to sound like the original song. It's supposed to be inspired by it, and it's built using 100% stock MainStage sounds for keyboard players in cover bands who need something really big and exciting and bright to play that will get the crowd dancing. So with that in mind, let's jump in. We'll start off with some basics here. The first thing we have is a piano. And we worked really, really hard to take the stock sounds in MainStage and make them fit exactly what it's supposed to sound like. So we're using the built-in one here, and we've heavily tweaked it, meaning that we've adjusted, like put plugins on it, all kinds of stuff. It's super CPU light for that reason, and very, very stable. Also, there's no third-party thing you have to download. You don't have to download any samples. You just literally fire up MainStage 3.0 or higher and the concert, and you're done. That's it. It's crazy. So we've got that. Then we've got some strings. We started off with a sustain. Very elegant string, but it doesn't have the bite that we needed. So we put in a staccato string. And you combine those together, you get this really disco-y type string. It's just really, really fun. Then we've also put some orchestral brass in here. And if you're playing with a bunch of brass players, maybe you mute this, but by itself, it sounds like this. Like that. And then you've got all together is what you heard in the demo. Now, the only other thing here on the bottom is we have a Dancing Queen lead, which comes in on the verse. And it does this like... And we've created something that's big and exciting. It's a little bit panned left there, and then panned right there, down an octave. And that is actually it for this patch. Now, that said, we did include an organ. It's really hard to hear. You probably don't even want it on. And this is just there. It comes stock with every single one of our plugins or every single one of our patches. So that is it for the lower keyboard. Now, the upper keyboard, we've put the lead on again so that you can potentially move it up or down an octave, which is kind of a common trick to do to create movement. So you could be doing like the first time and then the second time, or even up an octave from there, like that. And that allows you to be able to add some interest as you move along. And that will cover all of the sounds that we have in this particular patch. Now, that said, I want to talk about CPU for just a second. So I'm running this on an M1 MacBook Pro. It's 5 years old at this point, maybe even older by the time you see this video. I'm running MainStage at 128 samples, 48K. I'm also recording audio and video on this at the same time. And let me show you what the CPU looks like. It'll be right here, and I'll make it a little bigger. Move it out of the way there. you see it's spiking at maybe 50 or 60%. And that's with all of the stuff going on at the same time. When I run this by itself, it rarely gets over 20 or 30%. And this is a massive breakthrough if you're a cover band player, because you don't have to have the fastest computer anymore to run MainStage, because we've done an exhaustive amount of work to find just the right plugins that are streamlined just enough and still make it sound like a world-class pro rig. You can also don't have to worry about RAM nearly as much as we did in the past. This is taking 28 megabytes of space, 28 megabytes. And so you can, what that means practically here is you can load in a whole bunch of patches and not have to worry about lag. And then latency, you can run really low latency amounts, like down to 128, and have no problems whatsoever. So I'm extremely excited about these patches. I think it's going to make a huge difference for you as a keyboard player in a cover band. And if you want to know more, you can visit patchfoundry.com or just check out the description for the links. Thanks so much.